going to require the other bonds. I need the accounting. Why am I being arrested?
Take her down to jail.
What crime have I committed? This is kidnapping. This is a false arrest.
This sovereign citizen ended up in court today over something as simple as a traffic citation, and instead of just handling it like a normal person, she completely lost it on the judge. What should have been a 5-minute hearing turned into one of the most chaotic courtroom moments I've seen in a while. I genuinely just don't understand how you miss a court date over a traffic ticket and then show up with Karen energy. Let's dive in.
Court is now on the record in City of Conneaut versus Amber McHenry, 24 TRD 819. Ms. McHenry entered no plea to charges of no operator's license and expired plates, each of which is a minor misdemeanor, on December 17th, 2024. I scheduled it for a bench trial for January 8th of 2025. Ms. McHenry was given notice of that bench trial. I have a signed receipt in the file showing she got notice of that bench trial. Present on January 8th, 2025 was the law director along with a police officer. Ms. McHenry failed to appear. As a result of her failure to appear, I issued a warrant for her arrest. That was January 8th. It's now over a month later, February 11th, and Ms. McHenry is now turning herself in on the warrant. She's in the courtroom, and she is without an attorney. Ms. McHenry, why were you not here on January 8th of 2025?
I have a question about the case.
Ms. McHenry, sit down. This is not your courtroom. Sit in that chair.
I have a question about the case. That's not the case number that I had.
Yes, it is, Ms. McHenry. You've got other cases pending that are set for jury trial.
The original case number that I had was like TDR, like 0800 something. And
24 TRD 819.
819. Okay. I was just double checking on the case number. Can you repeat your question then? No.
Why were you not here on January 8th?
I put in an appearance and it was rejected and struck from the record, and I was sent a letter saying that I am not who I said I was. So I have a question about that because I don't understand.
This is not a discussion here. This is not a conversation. I ask a question, you respond to my question.
I really don't get why sovereign citizens make everything this complicated when they could have just fought the case at trial like a normal person. I mean, this isn't even a trial yet, and she's already being difficult. Honestly, I just think a lot of them pull this sovereign citizen stuff, especially just to delay the case. I mean, I see it way too much, and it just feels like that's probably the most common scenario. And the craziest part to me is I actually see the cases get dismissed sometimes, just depending on whether the judge is kind of soft or not, but obviously this judge is a very no-nonsense judge, and I don't blame him for being frustrated here. I mean, it's completely valid. But if you guys think he's being way too harsh right now, drop it in the comments.
This is typical behavior for you because you're a sovereign citizen. At least you claim to be.
I've never claimed that.
Well, your documentation that you file, including the one you filed today that did not have a correct caption or case number on it, is indicative of that. So let me ask you, Ms. McHenry, again, why were you not physically, personally present in the courtroom on January 8th, 2025 for your trial?
I need the oath and bonds to be put for each person acting as a public official in this case who is acting as a public servant to be put on the record. And I also require the indemnity bond, and I'm going to require the other bonds. I need the accounting. Please, for the record, let it be known that you exited.
I did. I exited the courtroom and asked a police officer and probation officer.
Who has the indemnity bond? Where is the bill of particulars?
The bond is being, the warrant is being executed. You're being taken into custody. Take her down to the jail now.
I was not given the warrant.
Take her down to the jail now.
Why am I being arrested?
Take her down to the jail now.
What? crime have I committed? Get off me. This is kidnapping. This is a false arrest.
Oh my gosh, this sovereign citizen's literally out here screaming kidnapping and false arrest, like the warrant isn't sitting there right in the file with her name on it. But then again, a lot of these people don't even think they're human or have a name, so I guess I can understand her logic a little bit. It's not the same reality as us normal people, but for the low IQ people like herself, it kind of makes sense. The funniest thing to me is in a few hours, her reality is about to be real. I know she's claiming false arrest, but this is as real as it gets, and she's going to be eating that real jail food with the bad metal taste. If you guys have been to jail, you guys know what I'm talking about. But I just don't understand why she's trying to make legal arguments right now. I mean, we're not even at trial, like I said before. And the funniest part to me is when she tried to do something there when the judge walked out on her while she was talking. You just know she thought she did something when she was like, let's put it on the record that you left. Like, okay, I mean, you're the one who didn't show up to court, so make it make sense.
No, this is a false arrest. This is kidnapping. They're violating my rights, my constitutional rights. I put in...
I thought the Constitution didn't apply to you.
The Constitution applies to every living man and woman.
Yeah.
You are violating your oath, Mr. Ayarochi. What am I being arrested for? What am I being arrested for?
Okay, with respect to the rest of you here today, good morning. My name is Nick Iarochi. I'm the judge, and this is your initial appearance hearing on traffic-related charges that have been filed against you.
I'm not gonna lie, the judge might be one of my favorites from now on. I mean, I've covered a lot of judges before, but he just really knows how to put an end to this stuff, and usually it kind of like drags on for a little bit too much when we watch sovereign citizen clips. I mean, it is entertaining, so I'm not gonna go too much on that in depth because I mean it is entertaining, but at the same time, I mean they are wasting tax money and stuff, so I really can't defend it too much. And like the end all be all is just having judges like this guy here teach all the other judges how to handle sovereign citizens, because I just think he did a 10 out of 10 job here. I mean, he gave her about 60 seconds to answer a simple question and she couldn't do it, and he had her removed on the spot. I mean, no speeches, no back and forth. It was pretty much just done right in there. I think more judges need to operate exactly like this, especially against sovereign citizens. Let me know in the comments if you guys think he made the right call here, because I know a lot of you guys are going to say you went too harsh, but I think he was 100% justified here.
Look, at the end of the day, this entire situation could have been avoided. We're talking about expired plates and a license issue, not some massive criminal conspiracy. But the moment she walked into that courtroom acting like the laws somehow didn't apply to her, everything spiraled out of control. And this is exactly why sovereign citizen cases go viral so often. It's not because they're exposing corruption. It's because they turn the simplest situations into complete chaos. The judge asked one basic question over and over again. Why didn't you show up to court? That was it. One simple question. And instead of answering it directly, she starts demanding bonds, oaths, accounting records, and all this pseudo-legal nonsense that nobody in the courtroom was entertaining. Now, whether you agree with the judge or think he was too harsh, one thing is undeniable. He wasn't going to let the courtroom turn into a circus. The second she refused to cooperate and walked out while court was still active, that was game over. And honestly, screaming kidnapping while officers execute a lawful warrant sitting right there in the file. That's the kind of moment that makes these clips explode online. But here's the bigger issue nobody talks about enough. A lot of people on the internet are feeding others this fantasy that they can magically escape laws with secret phrases and random paperwork. And situations like this are the result. Real consequences, real jail time, real court records. Internet theories stop being funny the second reality kicks in. And I'll be honest, moments like this are probably why this judge has absolutely zero patience left. He's likely seen this exact routine 100 times before. No speeches, no debates, no endless arguing. Just straight to the point. That's why this clip feels so intense compared to most courtroom videos. But now I want to hear from you guys. Was the judge completely justified here? Or do you think he escalated things way too fast? Drop your thoughts in the comments below because I already know this one's going to divide people hard. And if you enjoy courtroom chaos, sovereign citizen fails, and crazy real-life moments like this, make sure you subscribe right now, because the next video might somehow be even crazier than this one.